welcome, and there are over 100 people who signed up for this call, and we will hear this beep beep every time. So sorry for that. This is a free service, and there is nothing much we can do about it. And another thing that I would like to tell everybody is that I know that this is bedtime, and this may be a bit busy, and there may be background noise. And you can always press, and in fact I will ask everybody to do so, press *6 to mute yourself, and then when you have a question anytime during the call, you press *6 again, and then you can talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But this is usually essential so we can hear well. Okay. And then perhaps while we are waiting for other people to arrive, if anybody has a specific question that needs attention and you would like to have an answer for it during this call, please now say it. Okay, it's your chance. Anybody or sharing why you joined this call? What is your situation in your home that made you join this call? Okay, I will share one from my family. I'm the presenter of this talk, but I can tell you the reason why I dare to speak anything about this topic is because my kids give me plenty of opportunity to practice. So, for example, today, and it's a current issue, and I would like to share some ideas on how to handle these situations, is my two older children are at school, and the little one is at home, 3 years old. And there is always something happening when one or the other comes home from school. I feel that school puts such stress on my children that they need to act it out. So I need to be prepared every day, every single day when they come home and up for something that, kind of evens their transition into the home and helps them to leave the stress of the school behind. So that is an issue we have. Not during holidays, thank you. During holidays we have other issues. Okay. All right, and now it's 8:05, so we will start this talk officially, and then if other people join me, I'm happy about that. So first of all, who I am and who I am here with. My name is Zsuzsi Egry, and I am a parenting by connection instructor living and working in Hungary. And I was trained as a parenting by connection instructor by Hand in Hand organization in America, who has been around for over 30 years, supporting families and helping families and parents transform completely their family lives. That is what happened to me, or I'm in the process, but it's happening to me as well. And in Hungary, I am the representative of a similar organization, a foundation that is called With Gentle Words. And our aim is to share information and provide support for parents to have the best possible connection with their children. And this call now that I need to tell you is happening in the framework of a European grant project. And there is also my friend from Slovenia, whom I know from this European cooperation from Slovenia. And so this call is happening in the framework of our international European project entitled soft skills empowered parents, where 7 organizations from Europe got together to exchange their expertise on what can be helpful for families, different methods we discussed. And so this is an event that is happening in the framework of this project. So thank you for your attention for this. And then very soon I'll start about sibling issues that you called for. But before that, I just would like to give you a reminder of this *6 button combination that you can press to mute yourself if there is background noise in your home. And again, by pressing *6, you can come back to the call and you can ask a question or reflect on whatever you have heard. And another thing is that my phone service provider disconnects me exactly after 60 minutes. So I may disappear around 9 o'clock, but if we haven't yet finished the clock, we should be finished by then, but maybe if there is an extra question that needs an answer, then I will disappear, but then I will call back. So I will ask for you to wait. It's about half a minute while I get back to the call. So thank you for your understanding for this. And a little bit, just one more thing about me that I feel is important to share before I start talking, is that I have 3 children. My son is 9 years old, my daughter is 7 years old, and little Virag, another daughter, is 3 years old. And we are a mosaic family. My husband has an older boy, 15 years old boy from another marriage, and my son is from another relationship. And our daughters are common daughters with my husband. All this I wanted to share with you so you know what experiences I have encountered and what is the context in which I am using the parenting by connection tools in my family. And maybe one more thing, why I am an instructor and how come I dare to talk to parents about this is it's not like I woke up one day thinking, I think I can tell great things to parents. Absolutely not. When my son was born, I was a single mother, and we had a really, really hard time, not only because I was a single mother, but for many other reasons. And nothing went as I imagined that it should go. And I was always stressed. He didn't sleep. He was crying a lot, and I was doing everything I knew to do, co-sleeping, non-stop breastfeeding, non-stop baby wearing, and he was still not happy. And there was this thing in books that, you and your baby gaze into each other's eyes, and that is what is happening for the first year of his life, and none of this was happening between us. And I felt that there was something missing, something, that I didn't know, but I couldn't figure it out what it was until I somehow, Googling, trying perhaps, found the website of Hand-in-Hand Parenting. And there I read articles that finally gave me an answer to, why what I imagined our relationship would be wasn't really manifesting. And I started applying those tips and tricks and the approach that I read on the Hand-in-Hand website, and it worked. And then I started to implement it more and more, and these are my survival tools ever since. And that's it. So about today's topic, it's about siblings and how sometimes we struggle with them because we love them, each of them so well. Each of them, we want to be happy, and we enjoy each of them. And still, at times we see, or many times a day, we see that they just don't get along with each other. And this is heartbreaking for us parents. When I became a parent, I didn't know there was that amount of joy that I can take when I see my child being happy. This is just so enormous. The joy that I feel when one of my children is happy, and I can see that she or he is really thriving. And there is an even bigger joy for us, parents of siblings. It is when we see our children being happy together. Wow, that's such a moment. That is really a balm for everything that is horrible or difficult in our lives. So when we see the opposite of that, that can be really hard on us. And today's talk is about how we can help our siblings to get along. So we have more of the joy of seeing them happy playing together and getting along together. And also I want to say some words about, that it's not going to be like that all the time, and it's okay, and it's not our fault. But there are some things that I would like to address exactly. One is why it can be hard between our children. Like what is the reason for their being teasing or hurtful with each other? What is the reason when they cannot get along with each other? Then when we cover this, I would like to address some preventive steps that we can take so the horrible moments between them happen as few times as possible. They still will, but there are certain things that we can do to really prevent them from happening and minimize the number of their occurrences in our families. And third thing that I would like to talk about is that, okay, we did all that we could do for preventing quarrels and fighting. However, they will still happen. So what then? So I'd like to say some strategies of intervention that are useful there and then, also on the long run, really helping our kids to be well together. And these are also strategies that strengthen our relationship with our children, strengthen their relationship with each other and our relationship with them. And then I would like to leave some time for questions and answers. So that's the plan. Okay, and now I would like to start with the why it can be hard between them. And first of all, what I would like to say is that our kids love each other and they care for each other. No matter what we have seen today or yesterday or in the past years in their behavior, this is the truth. No? Children are born with such a curiosity and such an amazement for each other. They just know they belong. They love hanging out together. Perhaps you remember your older child when the little baby was born, and usually it's wow, they are so curious and so interested and so kind and gentle with the baby, at times. But then we also see other things. But recall the moments when you really saw this, and perhaps you remember your little one growing, and the look in his or her eyes when he saw big brother or big sister. But big brothers and big sisters are kind of half gods, or if not full gods for the child, for the younger child. They are really most important people for them in the world. And this is so. We are, and children are born to love each other and care for each other. And I suddenly just remember that even today, my older daughter is 7 and the younger one is 3. But still, many times my older one comes to me saying, oh, she's so cute, oh, she's so cute, being really happy about her little sister. So there is love. There is love. No matter what we see, there is love at the bottom of it. And often, what is expressed in their behavior towards each other is not exactly this kind of caring and love. But it's more like, again, the same daughter coming to me, and I hate her. She's so lazy. I don't know why lazy is a problem for her, but it is. Or, like they are on the swing and the big one is pushing down the little one. It's not exactly love and caring expressed. So, and what happens to us parents, when our kids show love and caring for each other, we are busy doing other things, so we don't even realize because we are cooking, paying bills, blah, blah, blah. And then when there is quarrel and fighting, then it is the moment when we really need to pay attention to that. And maybe, this is what is in the focus of our attention. And what we often feel at those times is that, or we panic. We fear that they will never get along. We fear that they will always have a strained relationship. We want them to be there for each other all along their lives. Even when we are not there, they could be there for each other. And we want that to happen to them. We know it's a gift for them, this strong bond of family. And so when we see them quarreling, we may panic. Or we may get very upset and feel helpless or desperate or whatever. And so what is the difference between the moments when our children express loving and caring for each other, because there are those moments, and what makes those times different when they express hurtful behavior towards each other? When they tease and fight and kick and whatever. And in parenting by connection, we have a very simple or seemingly simple answer to this, and a very empowering one as well. Because there is an insight about us as human beings in parenting by connection, and that is that to function well, true for adults and kids, to function well, we need to feel connected. And that is the difference between children expressing caring and loving and children being hurtful to each other. When they feel connected, they are fine. And when they don't feel the connection, that is when these behaviors that upset us appear. And connection is a basic human need. And you can see how true it is that the absence of connection can make us feel very uneasy. Like if you think about going to a party where you don't know anybody. First, usually we are shy, or we don't know what to do, whom to talk to, or whatever. And then suddenly we start small talking with somebody. Immediately we feel better. We are not isolated anymore. We have somebody here. There is a possibility now here. And immediately we feel better. So that is what the absence or the presence of connection in our lives does. And so connection is a basic human need. It is as important and as vital as food for us. Really, connection is building our brains, but most importantly, it is, we need it, connection, because when we are born as tiny babies, we are not able to support ourselves alone. We are created as newborn babies to be cared for. And babies come equipped with a radar, with a tool to scan whether there is anybody in their environment to care for them. So there is this radar scanning all the time. Is there somebody for me? Is there somebody for me? And if they find somebody, they can feel connection then they can relax, feel that they are safe, and then they can do what their task is to do, discover the world, learn new things, blah, blah, blah. On the other hand, when this radar that is going on does not find any connection, then it puts the baby, the young child, into a state of emergency, because it is really practically dangerous for him to be in the world without an adult who is caring and paying attention and taking care of that child. So, and we all, we don't outgrow this. We are born with this radar and with this ability to scan for danger or safety with this radar and scan for connection, the presence of connection. And it stays with us. The difference between, a day when we are okay with our kids jumping on the sofa or spilling milk, they spill the milk and we just say, oh, okay, honey, let's bring the sponge. Let's clean it up. And another day when they spill the milk and we start like, not again, we start shouting. And then the difference between those days is that on one day when we were calm, perhaps we had a friend whom we could talk to. We had a good evening with our husband together, and we got some recognition at work. So we felt safe and connected. And the day when we were shouting because of the milk that was spilled, perhaps we didn't manage to meet the deadline at work. Perhaps our husband is away for a week and we haven't talked to him. And maybe there is some other family stress, an illness or whatever in the family that makes it difficult for us to feel connected. So it's true for children and adults. And why I spend so much time on the importance of connection is because this is the basics. When we have children and we know that each and all of them need connection to function well, then we have the key to the solution in our families. No? We don't need to teach them, big things about sharing and living together. They will figure it out as long as they feel connected to us and their mind can work well because they are feeling safe. So and now I move on to this second part of this talk about prevention, how we can prevent quarrels and fighting from happening. Well, we need to put it in our daily agenda to connect with our children. Or as we say sometimes, to put the fuel of connection and love into their love tanks. Fortunately, we don't have to be kind of focused on them 24 hours. And anyway, when you have more than one child, it's impossible. And they don't need that, fortunately, because they have a love tank that needs refilling regularly. And if they can get that, they are happy. No problem. And in parenting by connection, we have a very ingenious tool that we call special time for this. Refilling their love tank. And special time, when we have siblings, it's not so easy to arrange for, because special time is a time that one or two or three adults spend with one single child. You may think to yourself, but I have 3, I have 4, how am I to arrange for this? It's hard. I will share some tips how I am doing it, and perhaps there are 1,000 more ways to do it. But it's important that it is with one child, because this is a time that we really devote to that one child. That is a time when we kind of give ourselves as a gift to that child and tell him or her, hello, here I am. And we'll do whatever you want to do. And we give them the opportunity to be with us the way he wants to be with us. And here in special time, we give over the control to the child. You know, most of the time they need to do what we agree to do or what we tell them to do, but it's rarely what they really want to do by their own choice. So this is a time when we do that. And it is a time that is fixed. You know, it has an end at the beginning. We set a timer for it usually because, you know, if we say at the beginning, okay, honey, we have 5 minutes, and then you spend the 5 minutes looking at your watch, it's not exactly that delight in him that you really want to express. So it is a timed thing with a beginning and an end. And there is, in parenting, there is this very useful concept of quality time, spending quality time with a child, but special time is a bit different. Because in quality time, it's not the child who is leading. We are doing something that we both like. And if you have quality time with your child, please don't give up on it and continue doing. However, special time is for a different reason. And the example that I usually share to illustrate this is that, for example, I love dancing. It's my passion. And my husband likes making things, furniture and, screwdrivers and blah, blah, blah. And he doesn't like dancing. He never comes dancing with me. And to be honest, I'm quite bored of making furniture. That doesn't interest me much. So when we want to have time together, quality time, we decide to go to the movie and to a nice pizzeria and spend nice time together. However, he never gets to see me dancing, when I am really doing what I'm passionate about. And I never get to see him, who he is, when he's doing his passion. And there is a difference. And, all children, every human being comes here with some gifts, something unique that they are really special at and they are good at, and they are bringing that to the world. And when we give them special time, we give them the opportunity to show that gift to us. They share their joys, their passions with us, and we can see them, hear them, recognize them for that uniqueness, for that special gift that they have. And it's a big gift. So this is why we recommend doing special time with children, filling their life. And how you do the special time, well, it depends on what you can implement in your family. 5 minutes can already make a big difference. My son, when he started school, well, all through school anyway, but when he started as well, he had difficulties. So, and we had a 6-month-old young baby in the family and a 4-year-old daughter. So it wasn't easy to arrange special time for me with him. So what I did, I woke him up either in the evening or both. Like everybody went to sleep, he went to sleep, and I just woke him up. And many times he was too tired to do anything, but he was so grateful for me, at least, trying to give this time for him. And also in the morning, I woke him up a little bit earlier than the others. And then I told him, okay, son, we have 5 minutes special time. What would you like to do? And usually we just even started the activity that he chose. But already my willingness to have this special time with him was something that signaled to his system that, okay, it's safe. Okay, mommy loves me. And then he could be much nicer with his little sisters, because his stress oftentimes comes out as hitting or quarreling with his little sisters. So this is about special time, and here I would like to ask you whether you have any questions concerning anything that you have heard so far. Hello. Okay. I would just like to hear somebody's voice to know that I'm not alone in the line. Please.
Hello, Susie. You're not alone on the line. It's Yutka from Poland.
Thank you very much. Okay. And do you have a question as well?
No, I just like to get you know that you're here.
Thanks, Yutka. Thank you very much. Okay. Then I will move on to strategies of intervention, because whatever we... Oh, no, there is something else on my list. Anyway, so special time is something that you do with one child. And then what is really good to do when you cannot arrange for special time is that you take a moment in your lives when you are together to do something that brings laughter. And this you can plan strategically. Like the way I use it is that my children come home with school. They aren't especially excited and happy about life. And on our way home, I stop somewhere in a side street and I play catch with them. I run around with them and I'm trying to catch them. And then, of course, I never make it. And it really helps them to laugh a lot. And it can be tricky because, in traditional catch, the game usually ends up one being really angry with me for not chasing him, or in fact two of them, because I have 3 kids, being angry with me for not chasing them. So I invented another version of catch where we just have the street and I make an imaginary line and they need to cross that. And I am the guardian dragon or something of that line. And so all 3 of them are trying to get through that line. And in this way, I can kind of take care of chasing all 3 at once. So it is something that works in our family and brings laughter many times. This is why I share with you. So it's good to initiate these games. And I know that many times, by the time children get home, we are also tired. And we feel, no, not now. I just need to lie down, rest for a minute. And I feel like that many times. But then my children will do something that at the end I have to put that 10 minutes of play into our day to smooth things out. Otherwise, there is big quarrel. So, yeah, just one time. But anyway, I don't share that because we don't have so much time. But play games that bring laughter. For example, another game that my kids love is the socks game. Very simple. Everybody tries to get off everybody's socks. Or they all are trying to get off my socks. All 3 of them are in a team, rolling over me, trying to get my socks off. We have lots of half socks, so oftentimes we play just socks fight. They are throwing socks at each other, and that's about it. And that really helps them laugh and connect with me and with each other as well. And my experience is absolutely that when I take the time to play 10, 15 minutes this way with them, right after they come home, or whatever the rough time is in your family. Sometimes it's before bedtime, sometimes it's in the morning, but whatever you observe to be the rough time for them, just try a game like this where you can play, laugh together with all of them at once. So, okay. So, and no matter how much we will be laughing with them and doing special time, there will be still times when there'll be hot situations. Quarrel over a toy. In our family now, we have new swings. We have 3 children, 2 swings, still not enough, but even if we had 3 swings, they could still fight over them, I'm sure. Or, which cartoon to watch on Sunday. there'll be quarrels. So what quarrels that often end up in fighting. So what can you do then and then? And we have some suggestions here. That what usually we do is that we immediately feel, we need to stop this, we need to solve the problem so there is peace again. Or I feel this urgency, every time, almost. I feel this urgency. And then what I do, I'm trying to, I'm coming up with excellent solutions. I'm a great problem solver, and none of them fits their desires. They are not happy with that. So we are making all these efforts, or, timing their turns, okay? You have the swing for 5 minutes, and then the other one have the swing for 5 minutes as well. And still, they cannot stick to this. Maybe they say yes, because otherwise I threaten that I take off the swings, so they say yes, but they cannot make it. So instead of all this, what we suggest is, if there is any hurtful behavior, stop it. And there, usually you need to intervene with your body, because at these moments, children's mind don't function anymore. They don't hear their words. It doesn't get to them. I'm sure you realize this already. So there is brain biology explanation for this that I'm not going to, but it's like that. They just don't hear it. They really don't hear it. So you need to go there. You need to stop the hurtful behavior that is happening, and then you don't need to do anything else. No problem solving, nothing. All you need to do is leave time for the feelings that come up there and then. Because at the beginning I said that children love each other. And when they don't feel connected, their behavior may express something else. And one reason why we don't feel connected to each other is that we have hurt feelings stacked up. For example, my son's day usually looks like this. I wake up early, and my 2 daughters also wake up early. By the time my son gets up, what he sees is that I'm in, laughing and in big, warm, attentive togetherness with his little sisters. Immediately he feels like, why I'm not there, I'm out of something. Then he needs to go to school. He's not especially fond of school. Then at school, he will need to write and read. He's struggling. He isn't feeling good about that at all. By the time he comes home, he has so many bad feelings stored that no wonder that, there is the swing, he wants to swing on it, there is a sister, boom, and there is a blow. So there are these hurt feelings that are kind of clouding and covering our innate good nature. And all we need to do is to help our children let these feelings go by crying and tantruming and screaming and thumping and whatever. So what we need to do is that we make sure everything and everybody is safe, but apart from that, that all these feelings have time to come out. So what often happens in my family, it's over Sunday cartoons. We have a system who is choosing which, the cartoon, but of course they are still not happy, although it should be a just system, they don't feel it is just. They don't feel it is just. So then I don't put anything in, and I just tell them, I'm sure you'll figure this out. And then one is crying that last time he only chose that one because he wanted the brother or the sister to be happy, but he really wanted to watch something else. And the other one is crying that, but one Sunday he was away at a birthday party of a friend and he couldn't, and so he had one less occasion and blah, blah, blah. And all these things are just pouring out of them. And here, best thing that we do is that we stop, we don't talk much, and we just give room for the feelings. And here I stop and ask you whether you have any questions about this.
I just would like to say hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Carola. I just would like to say hi. I just joined the conference.
Yes.
So I will be listening from now on. Just that's all. I haven't heard much. Just that's it.
Okay. Yeah. So when children fight, really the solution is that we give them the opportunity to cry and tantrum out of their system the bad feelings that are bothering them. And it is the bad feelings that make it hard for them to connect with each other and play well with each other. And once we just stop and say, okay, we don't need to solve everything, it doesn't need to be fixed, the problem, nothing. We just let them have their emotions, let them express their emotions, and keep things safe meanwhile. Then, sooner or later, one child will start to come back to the senses and will say, okay, let's watch that DVD. Can make peace with that. Can start to be happy about the world as it is. And then there is already a solution that they figured out themselves without us. So, and that's the way we can support them to have a good relationship between them, without us as mediators of their relationship all the time.
Okay, Zsuzsi,
so, yeah?
If I could, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Because you said something about that we should stop them, and maybe usually we should use our body for it. And shall we stay between them? Because I suppose that when I leave, my voice will start again. So I understand that we are between them, stop the fight, and give them some connection and wait for the solution from them.
Well, yeah. The idea is that, for example, when they really hurt each other, like there is something, then it's good to say, they feel horrible about hurting another person. Maybe it doesn't show, it looks like, they don't care, well, they couldn't care less. But really, they feel guilty. They don't want to hurt. It came out of them, they know it's bad behavior, and they feel bad about themselves. And this feeling of guilt isolates them even more. So it's very hard for them to, receive our love in these moments. And usually what do we do? Me too, included. I go there, you shouldn't hurt, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that doesn't help. That further isolates them. So what we usually suggest is to go there with the sentence, I'm sorry I couldn't be here and help you before. Kind of, it takes off the blame, eases the feeling of guilt, and helps the child to really feel the bad feelings that were behind the bad behavior. So it's good to say, I'm sorry I couldn't be here to help you. I'm sorry I didn't realize you needed me. And with this, we already offer connection and pave the road for the resolution of the situation. And yes, it's good if we stay there. And then, one day we can do it, and another day we cannot. And it's okay too, If we know that it happens quite often, then we need to get help for ourselves. And I wanted to come to that, and I will finish just now with this, that to be able to all that, to listen to all these feelings and not to get too upset and remain relatively calm in these situations, we can only do if our hard feelings about our children fighting find an outlet. Like, their hard feelings about each other need an outlet so that their real love and care that is there can appear in their relationship. It's the same for us. We will not be able to help them well in these situations as long as we go there with all our upset feelings. So we need somebody who listens to our upset feelings. And we have an excellent, wonderful tool for this in Parenting by Connection called Listening Partnerships. There is a wonderful video course available on the Hand in Hand Parenting website about listening partnerships, and it really changes everything. Huh? You have listening partnership for yourself, and you do special time. This will already transform the family life. So, yeah, that's step number 1. Yeah. Does it answer your question, Judith?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
It does? Okay, thank you. And, and then, so if we are not fit because we didn't have listening time for ourselves, there was nobody to whom we could express how maddening it is, what is happening in our family, then, don't try to do this. Huh? Then just change the scene. Like today with my children, I was trying to listening to them, but I wasn't really fit. I had some other things on mind. So at one moment, I just went to the door, started dressing, and said, okay, I'm going for a walk. Who is coming? And initially, they didn't want to, but when they saw that I was serious, they all joined, and then we went out on the street, and then they were more able to receive my playful efforts, and we were just running around playing exactly this catch game with them. So change the scene. Go out of the house. It's always very good. It's always very, very good to go to a different room, go out of the house, even if it's raining. Huh? It's a change of scene. Everybody's brain gets a very new input. It has. Or another thing that you can try is just lay down on the floor. There is nothing much you can do if you are not too fit. Huh? You've tried this and that, nothing worked. You may as well just lay down on the floor. And usually that gives, again, another twist to the situation, and children are kind of, okay, what is happening? Huh? Usually mom is shouting, now she isn't. So that can give an interesting turn to the events. And here I stop, and now we have about 10 minutes, and I would like to give you the possibility to ask questions.
Hello, I would have a question.
Hello.
Hi,
Okay.
I'm Joanna from Romania. First of all, I would like to thank you for this call. It's very interesting. I would like to ask you a question. I have 2 boys, a 6 and 4-year-old, and 10-month-old girl. And my 2 boys, they are fighting very often. They almost never get physical, but they are constantly nagging each other. And it's very frustrating because I tried everything. I tried let them fight. I tried telling them they should stop. I tried doing a game or distracting their attention, but it's happening very often. And I don't know how I should approach this.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the question, and I'm sure you are not alone with this. And I have more answers to this, and also some questions before that. So please get back to me if you feel you would like to. But now I would like to give something that I've just tried recently. And that's when we are really fed up and we tried everything and nothing worked. And, we give special time. We do our playful efforts. We do everything and nothing works. That's very frustrating. So here we cannot be helpful. And then somebody, a listening partner, suggested to me that I rejoice over the situation in my family. that I rejoice that when my son goes here and there, he gives a knock here to one sister and there to another sister. She told me, be happy about it, just for for the time being. And I started laughing so much, and that I could laugh at it and look at them or my son through this eyes. Wow, what a strong boy! Wow, he will defeat everybody or something. This really helped, and without me doing more efforts, his very aggressive behavior started to decrease. So sometimes, it's a step back and saying, okay, this is how it is. My boys fight. I love them anyway, and they fight. And just feel what these thoughts make you feel. If you sit with this thought, okay, this is going to be like this for another 10 years. It's not true. It's not going to be like that. But thinking this will help you to come to the feelings that make it now difficult for you to see where the solution may lie.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I will try it.
Yeah. Do you have a listening partner or somebody, a good friend?
No, I don't. I've heard about listening partnership, but actually I don't think it's. I don't give it so much credit, so I haven't tried it yet.
Okay. Yeah. And if you feel like, get back to me. Okay, with more.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. And then maybe we have time for another question. Yeah.
Susie, I just would like to. It's Yutka again. I just would like to do a comment about listening partnership, and about the credit of it, because I just have an experience that it's very great, really great way to deal with many things and many thoughts of our children. That's why I really suggest to use that tool and to start to talking with somebody, because we usually start to think that it's not as bad as we saw it before, and sometimes we also could see that we have different or exactly the same problems like others. Just small comment.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. And anybody else has a question?
I'm Carola, and since I joined late, just tell me if it's in the...
Sorry, can you speak up, because I hear you not so clear.
Yes, okay. Now, is it better? It's better now?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, or my big fear is, I have two boys. The older one is 5, and the younger one is 3. They are two different characters. The older one is really wide and energetic. The younger one is more gentle, more soft, let's say. And the older one threatens the younger one so many times that he is almost constantly afraid of the older one. And my nerves, they're like when I see the older one approaching the younger one, I already know that there is going to be like a big screaming and running, and that the younger, somehow I can feel the younger one's fear, and I would like to stop the older one so much. And on the other hand, I'm afraid, because the older one says it many times, that he doesn't love the younger one. And I don't know, and many times they don't connect. When we are playing together, the three of us, many times I recognize, and even when we are talking, that they are both playing with me and not really with each other. And I don't know, like, is this something, because I remember you told me once that your older daughter got used to her sibling, and it took her 3 years, and that was only getting used.
It did.
Not starting loving. So, like, how can I help them to connect? Yes?
Yeah. sorry to stop you short, but in very short time, I will be out of the conference call due to my service provider. Huh? But I will try to. Here again, I heard you saying I fear. So there is some part of the thing that needs you being listened to about your fears. Because in the classes that I give to parents, because I did this experiment. Okay, do you think that your children love each other? Yes. Do you have a sibling?
No.
How was your relationship?
The older one,
good.
The younger one, no.
And then, when we had brothers or sisters with whom we had hard relationships, then we really fear for our kids. And it's good to kind of let that out, our own experiences, clear those things out of their relationship. That's one thing. And two more things. One is the vigorous snuggle is a very great intervention that you can do with the offender or the aggressor. You know your child, you know he's going to do that. So in a listening partnership, prepare yourself to be kind of setting loving but firm limits with what we call the vigorous snuggle. It's like you see the older one going for the little one, and then you just go there, a big bear hug. No, oh, here I am. You want to fight with somebody? Come on. But, with this light, playful tone. But with your body, with your physical presence, because he needs connection at that time. And our physical closeness is a very good dose, gives them a very good dose of that physical connection, like our real presence, body, everything for them. So that can be helpful. And another thing is there is a really great article, a new article that Patty Whipfler wrote. It's on the Hand in Hand website about how to help I will now say victim, but the one who is on the receiving end of the hurts or attacks. I will not go into there, but I really recommend it. I don't remember the title, but oh God, I will email you. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, but I will browse through the page anyway. I wanted to do that, so probably I will find it. Are you still here?
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Nevia speaking from Slovenia. I'm the partner on the project, and I guess that the Zsuzsi was disconnected right now. So please, the one who are interested to listen a bit more, please wait, and I guess that the Zsuzsi will ring back and try to reconnect again.
Okay, thank you.
She promised us this from the beginning, so let's hope that she can connect with us.
Hello, Nadia.
Are you here again?
Yeah, I'm here. And
I just thank you, Zsuzsi. I'm giving you the word back.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, bye.
So, thank you very much for all of you for being here. And I would really encourage you to, not to stay alone with the difficulties, challenges you are facing. We are here to help you, so feel free to contact me or anybody on the that you find on the Hand in Hand website. And we wish you a very lively family life full of laughter and lots of emotions, because that means that it's real and authentic. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.